I'm a little low. Oh, that may be uneven. There we go. Oh, no, I'm too high up. All right, well, hello everybody. I'm Chris Collected, and welcome to another episode of Fashion in the Making. This time we're doing another one of our quilts. As you can see, the quilt we'll be making today is the Bro Quilt. Now, last time I had talked about making a mom quilt. There's your M. There is your O. And then I still have not finished the other M yet. Reason is because this one is getting more complicated than I thought, and I might end up redesigning my M to be a little bit thicker at the M point, like the little V point at the top. It's all right though. We'll figure it out. And so I figured I'll go back to this guy because he's the next one in the list. You know, keeping it simple with 3-letter words for now, and then the next one after that is a 4-letter and then 5-letter. So you know, we're gonna bump it up slowly. All right. You know, I should move that over here. That's fine. Yeah, 1 second. I should move this over there so I can read it. There we go. Yay. So, how we're going to do that, because, you know, this is for my bro. Hello. Yeah, see, no video games today there. Also, I saw your new account on Instagram there. That's cool. But as you see, what I'm going to be using is pieces and pieces. See, I've already used some of this one. You can see there's like a perfect little hole for one that I used earlier. And so I know he likes the outdoors and, you know, all the kind of like cool blue. And, you know, we did Pokemon and stuff as a kid. So I figured this one will be good. And then this one as well has a lot of, you know, Pokemon and all kinds of cool little stuff. Like I like this one. And so we're going to use that and, you know, put them all together. A little Batman in there. A little of this like plaid, because he does love a good plaid. If I ever make one for his friend Zach, I'll just do it all in plaid. You know, that fool loves plaid and camo. The man owns every plaid that ever made. So, this is basically how I do it. And honestly, there's no real trick or anything to it. It's kind of just like you find something like say this little line. And I'm like, oh, I like those turtles. And I want them to be, you know, right in the center. And then I look and I go, okay, what's that going to do? If I put it there, if I put it here, you know, how is that going to work for me? And so I also want to put some Pokemon in there. And so, you know, you kind of just play with it. That's all you really do. Is just play with, you know, where do I want these? Let's do, yeah, because that will put the Pokeball in there. And then, you know, if you can, get it to an edge like that. You know, that way you're not, you know, using up too much of your fabric without doing anything with it. And then if you can get a seam, try to get that in the middle. But, you know, it's okay if it's not in the middle. It's okay however you want it. And then, you know, line it up. And then I got little pattern weights. And then I take my little, where'd he go? I just had him ready. Oh well, I'll grab a new one. Also, if you guys are curious, that's what I use. It's called tailor's chalk. It's heat sensitive, so it will actually like disappear under heat. And at the end of the day, all you got to do is mark it out. And we even get a tiny bit of Batman in there, but I think the Batman's going to go away in what they call the seam allowance, which is where you sew two pieces together at that little piece, the seam allowance. Boop. Let's see if we can see them there. You can kind of see my chalk outline very faintly, especially in the blue. You can see that little chalk outline. And then, to make the word bro, we got to have a B, an R, and an O. So let's look at this one. And I wanted to do the R or the O, so we'll put this one aside for now. I definitely wanted to get that camo in there. And so we're going to put that one just like this. I'd already kind of figured that one out. And a little bit more of that, and then you get this kind of cool dark colors. A little swirly one I think he's going to like a lot too. And then it's along that line, and it makes everything easier. A little pattern, let's go. That's fine. When I was making a face mask, I actually made my brother specifically a few of them that were in camo. And it actually is this camo, because all of this was mask fabric that I had made. Okay, so now we need an O. And I was looking earlier, and I thought it'd be funny to do the clueless one, but I decided that maybe it would be better to do like this piece right here. I mean, you don't know them Pokemon. So, you know, what do you guys think? I was thinking probably I have a third piece, you know? Let's put it yeah, let's put the third one there. Let's put it like that, maybe, or like, because he has fish as well. See, he has fish. And so I was thinking fish as well, because he loves his little fishies and he used to have a bunch of fishes. I don't have an eel. That was my favorite of all his fish, was the eel. I think we're just going to put it right here. You know, not the most effective use of fabric, but you know, the nice thing about all these scraps is, at the end of the day, you can always just make more scraps. So like all of this, I'll cut off and then just make into another scrap. So that way, you know, customers can end up picking out what they want and it not be the end of the world. So now we have our B. Now we have our R and our O. Yeah, I liked his coral too. He had a really good setup, for sure. And so now what we got to do is cut it out. I'm using a pair of Ginger scissors because, I mean, it just went through 5 layers roughly without any effort at all. A little bit of effort there, but you know, it went right through it in a heartbeat. So we got the beginnings of an O. Also, if you're ever doing this, be very careful not to pull too much on it, as you know, you did just break a bunch of seams. And I have had to like re-sew some of them in the past. Little bits here and there had to be re-sewn. And something like that, you know, is your little piece. You know, you can kind of call it a sacrificial piece. We'll keep it just because it is such a cool looking piece. But there you go. That's his O, which I think we'll probably do it like that. Let's see. The fish looks better. You know, I think the fish looks better down. So probably could do the fish down. And see, now we have a little scrap piece. It's a little scrap piece. And it goes in my scrap pile. You know, we try to be as close to zero waste as we can. But at the end of the day, you know, it's okay to have a little bit of waste. It's like, I got a little bit of a waste, right? Yeah. These are, you know, Ginger scissors. You're not getting better than that. There were some Japanese brands and things like that that love to claim that they're better. But, you know, honestly, I've spent so much money on scissors. And every single time I go back to the Gingers. Because they're so heavyweight at the same time. Like, so they can really go through fabric no problem. But at the same time, have no problem doing a little bit of delicate work. If you're scared of cutting on the edge, you can always cut in the middle and like go towards the edge. But, you know, I got a degree in this stuff, so I can do it. I got plenty of practice. Also, I took up a new hobby today. My first time ever doing it. It's called punch needle embroidery. So make sure to look out for that. Next Thursday, I think probably next Thursday, I'll probably just do a solid stream of only doing that little kind of embroidery. Just to have fun with it and show off, you know? Show my new little hobby out. And have a fun little relaxing day, you know? So, now we got a B. Now we got that B. Now we got to get the R. R, matey. So, and we still got plenty of that piece left. Let's go back to the first one that we had done. Let me move these off so I don't end up cutting them. Also, you like my shirt today? It says Forever Chillin'. Now, that will be a little bit difficult to sew, but that's all right. You know, a little bit of patience will go a long way, and you'll be able to do it. Or in this case, I'll be able to do it. I'm definitely not cutting as fast as I usually do because I went to the gym today, and after lifting up all them weights for a while, I did 5 sets of 10 reps. So I did 5 reps is what the terminology is there. And you know, sometimes it can be hard to see where my line is, and so that's why you can always go back to your pieces. That's why I put it back like that, because it's like, it's good to look at your piece and then be like, all right, did I cut it right? And for this one, so you could see there's a little little piece. Boom. And now I have my R done. So now we have B, R, O. B, R, O. And I've always very worried about like these directional letters, if I got it right or wrong. But you know, in the end of the day, if it ends up being wrong, then hey, it ends up being wrong. And we'll just make another one, right? It's not the end of the world. I'm actually going to spend some time this weekend making a bunch more of this fabric, so I have that already. Now for the, let's see, put it back in this thing. B. Keep forgetting I got to do it for your guys' direction, not my direction. I keep doing it for my direction. All right. So now the real question comes down to, what do we surround this fabric with? And I had a few ideas, but ultimately I was thinking denim, because he likes denim, and denim's very manly. So let's get some denim. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so I brought two choices. This is a wool. That was one option, and this is the one that I was thinking of. Which is brown. This is the other option. Ooh, I like that one better. Yeah, that's nice. I think we're going to go with this one. If you're curious, yeah, I think the blue's better too. What do you guys think? Everyone tell me in the comments, what do you think? I think the blue is a lot better. If you're curious, what this is from is, I bought this from a mystery box of denim. So I have literally, oh my god, it's so heavy. I have literally 10 pounds of denim. And they came in like huge sheets. So this is one sheet that I have of denim. It was a minimum 10 yards and 10 pounds worth of denim. And this is a heavy, heavy duty denim. I mean, like, heavy duty. Like, you can make, like, fireman's pants out of it. I forget actually what it is, if this is the one of the fire retardant ones. It's DNA FR. I'll have to look it up if this is one of the fire retardant ones. But it's a heck of a fabric, for sure. It's one heck of a fabric. That's a heck of a lot of them. Yeah. It was when I bought. You guys remember that microfiber, that green one that I have? It's the same company, and I bought it at the same time. And they sent it to me in like my whole order in like 3 boxes. This was just 1 box, was because the denim was so heavy. And oftentimes it has little tiny like manufacturer's defects type things to them. Like you can see here, it actually like is showing like this was like a sample yard to be like, hey, this is, you know, what it looks like when it's used and all that. Now, the next question always is, what direction do we want to put it in? So it might be hard for you guys to see on that little camera there. Yeah, but you see, there's a bunch of lines. And so I could have it going this way, or I could have it going this way. And that's, you know, really important to kind of figure out right in the beginning there. So give me a second, and I'm going to kind of look at it, because it's hard for me to show you on camera, but it's easy for me to see it in real life. I think we're going to go this way, because that's not really doing much for me. This is doing a lot more for me. Okay. In that case, yeah, because I went like this. And that would be like that, and then it would be like that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, what do you think? You like your quilt, bro? I mean, obviously I can do, you know, one with all your names on it eventually too. Oh, my bad. Well, yeah, I got to go back and check to see how loud that kind of stuff is. But, you know, some people like the tearing noise. All right. I basically just cut like an arbitrary piece. And then I do like to iron it a little bit there. That's going to go badly. It never heated up. And in this case, we don't need that salvage either. So we're going to cut that sucker right on off. Alrighty then. Yeah, I want it going sideways. And this piece is actually so big, I can put 2 on there. Because we're just going to do the top right now. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. That's important for sure. I'm glad you like it. Did the parents message you or something? Be like, hey, he's making your quilt. Alrighty then. Now, also something that I wanted to point out is, if you look, I have, these ones have all been split and open up and pressed. But when I'm doing these, I'm actually just folding them one direction and doing it. Now, if you ask me why, it's more for ease than anything else. But you kind of do however you want. From what I've seen in a lot of quilts and stuff, this is a common way of just kind of like putting the outer piece on. That way you get this nice like firm line. All right. I'm just losing these things left and right today, aren't I? Oh, there it is. I was like, I knew I just had it. Let's actually make sure we're pulling a straight line on that. All right, and that little piece can just, that's gone. And then what we'll do for this one is we got to go this way. And a little piece like that we'll keep, and eventually you'll see that in another quilt. Isn't that fun? It's the ever changing, ever making quilts in that sense of you always can get more and more pieces. Okay, so I want it this way. One second. I don't have this 100% straight right now. Helps to have that straight. Unlike me, it needs to be straight. And then in my common way of always trying to reuse stuff, this broke a while back. It was like I had a plastic piece on top of it. And what's cool is this railing is metal. So the metal sticks to the metal. And now I have pins like right off camera here. Boop, boop, boop. I can always grab a pin. Yeah, that's kind of the idea, right? It's never ending material. You can always just keep on going with it. And definitely for Christmas time, whatever, I'll pick up some more fabric while I'm in Virginia for sure, Back over to camera 2. I was thinking about it the other day, and when I post stuff about this one, as I was saying, I was thinking about it the other day, and when I was post stuff about this, I was thinking there's a movie coming out actually called Bro, about straight dudes in a gay people's world, and so I was like I'm gonna tag them for when I post this stuff and maybe get some free press out of it. If not, it's just fun because I really like Billy Eichner. So if you guys ever want to see that movie, I definitely will be watching that movie. The first rom-com I've seen in like 100 years. Let's get this one done. Alright, those might be a little too small, so we'll toss those. Yeah, exactly. It's actually part of the reason why I even thought of doing this was I was like, oh yeah, there's a cool movie coming out. So we'll end up keeping this for... I'm going to put my R anyways. Moving stuff around so much. Yeah. Yeah, 30 minutes, okay. We'll move that for the R. And for these ones, I've realized that... Oh, good, I'm glad. For these ones, I've realized that I have to pin each one and make sure they are like as spread out as they can. Otherwise, you don't really get good results. Because I need a bottom piece to then sew into this triangle. I've tried to do it open, like an open welt, and it's just not working for me the way I want. And then eventually I will have my curtains up, so you guys won't be able to see that either. But that project kind of got put on hold because I was like, I didn't like the curtain rods that I bought, and I was like, well, maybe I'll buy new ones or something. I don't know. I've kind of been, mulling it over about what I'm going to do about that. I don't really love the ones that I bought and installed, but at the same time, I could get it to work. So I'll probably just do that. Get them to work. Also, I mean, I don't know if the hair doesn't show up on these cameras as well, though, that's for sure. I'm honestly very eager to do it again. It was one of those things it's actually similar to the gym. Yeah, it's very similar to the gym. I really thought that I would hate it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna end up like shaving off all my hair. I'm not gonna like it at all, and honestly, I freaking love it. Same thing with the gym too. The gym's been really nice. I went on Tuesday and did like 40 minutes, and then I went today and did about 35 or so. But I did pretty good. I mean, 50 little like I did this one. I did two reps of that one, which is 10 each. And then did this one. So that was fun. I did that one too. I did 2 sets of that one, and then 1 set of just like doing both of them like this way. And then did a little cool down on one of those like running machines where like you go like do. I don't know any of it's called or anything, but I like the place. It's nice. Nice and chill place. Very quiet too. There's not a lot of like dudes going some of the big heavy lifting gyms, you'll hear people doing that noise, and it's like, no one wants that. I don't need all that noise. And see, now it's closed off on the bottom, so I can actually put a pocket in there, and put a pocket in this one, and then maybe even a pocket in this one, because we'll put another piece here. So this one might actually have 3 pockets, whereas this will have 2, and this one has 1. So now we need more pieces. So we ripped that strip earlier, so let's go back to it. The reason why you rip it is A, it's easy to do, and B, you get a really nice good line out of it. Pull that down a little bit. These really long ones, I do enjoy putting a little pin in. I do find that helps. Even though I don't probably need the pin, it's still helpful. That way I know it's fully stretched out. All right. Yeah. Are you making muscles? Yeah, absolutely. And the part that's actually the craziest is like here, like how flat, but also like how solid. Even after, because I mean, I've been working out for a little while, like in my house and stuff, and so it's like, especially from years and years of working at tuxedo place. So it's like that also gained a lot. 2 workout sessions does not make you have a 6-pack. You know what I mean? Well, we're getting there. I'm going to keep doing it at least 3 times a week for the rest of the year. And then the goal there being, that we will have some kind of a better body. I like doing really big back stitches there. I just find it helpful. And always good to have some magnets around that will help, help with all the getting all them pins in order. And my pile's doing good too. That'll be a fun little project for the end of the year. Yeah, my back is a lot stronger over the last couple of years for sure. And I mean, I ran 1.5 miles today and 2 miles on Tuesday, and I mean, I'm still standing. You know what I mean? I'm still moving, so that's pretty good. I was kind of shocked by that. I was like, man, I'm gonna be incapacitated, but it's actually not that bad. I have a very high protein diet as well because I get the those boxes from Sunbox, and so that's all very high protein food. Fold the little seam allowance in. Duck, duck. I like it all going one direction there. All right. Looking good. So we don't have that huge piece anymore. That's trash. All right. On to the next one. Get your mirror in the center. Oh. So the let's see if you can see it. See, they're all lined. And then if you look at the end here, see? It actually has lines and it has all the numbers on it. This is a professional ruler. So it has what's called a French curve inside of it. And then you have a huge outer curve. And then you have a perfectly straight line that is set for every 1/4 of an inch. From 1/4 all the way up to 2.5. And so that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's called an incremental ruler. If you're curious with the name of it, because it does all the increments. And then it's generally just called as well as a professional fashion ruler, because it is what people like me use. Yeah, it's an amazing little tool for sure, and a staple in anyone who sews, especially for a living. You definitely gotta have it. And then even the French curve. See, even that has lines on it, so you can put seam allowance based into things automatically. And that's kind of what it's for, is like you can, if you need to draw for seam allowance or stuff like that, you can automatically have it. And then what's also cool is you have in the middle there, this little, that little hole right there is called a pivot point, and it actually is a hole. And then there's one all the way on the corner here too, and so I can make full circles out of this too. And I can, do it from the center and do it from the thing and then draw a circle from it. If I needed to do a circle skirt or a little tiny skirt, or, circle like that. All right. And of course, we can just start from the place where we just did. Because, I literally just used a ruler, so I know it's a nice straight line. And even just pinning into this stuff, I can feel just how thick this big boy is. The thick boys, for sure. It's funny, you can even see it kind of that way, like BRO. Have y'all been watching any good shows lately? I'm in between shows right now. I don't know what to watch. Especially, I canceled my Amazon recently. I had Amazon Prime for some reason. I completely forgot that I had it. And I used it for a little bit, but I was like, nah, I don't feel like keeping this. Make sure to clip your threads. I'm watching the ABBA series. Oh, cool. I didn't know they made an ABBA series. Terminal list, huh? Okay, cool. I'll check those out. I mean, you know me, mostly I just watch YouTube. All right. Alrighty. This can go in there, that can go there. Wall hanging. Yeah. Yeah, so the plan with that is to make the dad, mom, bro, mine, and Phil's, and then take them all to like a real quilter, like a long arm quilter, and put the backings on and everything like that, and then have them actually like quilted up, but not like crazy like we would have on like my quilts, like basically just like an outline and maybe a little bit of a pattern. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. I was kind of going to talk to you guys about that too, like how quilted do you want it and stuff. I don't know. It's still kind of a toss up. But these two blocks are done. That's and that's the R. But the B did require two extra ones. That's cute. Actually, alrighty. Okay, that sounds good to me then. What I'll do is I'll probably just line it then. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Is what, I have an example. For an example, hold on. I'll do this to it then. So this is lined fully. This is supposed to be like on an oven. Like you would put this on the middle in an oven like that, like on the handle, and then you could help clean the grease off with like this kind of stuff. And so I basically just turned it inside out and then top stitched the whole thing. That way you end up with a solid, really solid piece. You know what I mean? So I'll probably just do that then. If that's what you guys want, then we'll do that way. I mean, ultimately, all of this is for you guys now, but in the future, I do want customers to do it. So, I mean, I will obviously have the option in the future if someone wants to get it quilted, then they can. but it's not mandatory by any means. I mean, I can definitely finish it off, though. And then we'll talk about the size too, because it's like how big of an extra size do you want? Because these blocks, I then will put another border on these pieces. Is how that will happen in the future. Like there will be another episode. If you saw when I made the first one, there was a top and bottom piece that then went around it, just to add even more contrast to the piece. Because it's more fun that way, you know? Have a little bit extra to it. Make sure these are square. That seems square. All right. B. Yeah, see, I will have to mess with that. Because my B is definitely something funky went happen there, so I'll have to mess with that. I made these pieces a little too big. I gotta look at that, like how I did that, what happened there. Something went off kilter there. Yeah, I'll worry about that in the future. I think what I'm going to end up doing is compromising between the two to make sure these are both the same. And those two line up. All right. B, R, F, B, R, and O. And then I'm not going to put the pockets in for now. That's going to be it for today. So I'm going to have to look at that B that I just made. I don't like how it turned out, but that's all right. Let's go back. Well, thank everyone for coming out. I appreciate it. We'll go ahead and get this all figured out, and I'll get it all squared up. And next time I'll show you, what I do next with it. And then the mom will be more done as well. The only one that's done fully right now, I believe, is actually no, that one's not done either. So none of them are actually done fully, but that's all right. Thank you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. Remember my slogan: trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world safe for everyone. Thanks for coming out, guys. Bye, everybody. Oh, and make sure to go to my House of Improvements Instagram. I'm going to repost it tomorrow on my Chris Collected one. But I have a contest happening for the next 2 weeks, and there'll be another little prize pack. Just another way of trying to push people into, subscribing and getting, because people like free stuff, right? I mean, when I sent out those packages, it was 8 packages. Only like 2 was to you guys. So, I mean, the other 6 were all other people. And it's fascinating, too. It was like as soon as one person from Michigan contacted me, like 6 others did. It was very cool, very interesting. The algorithm's a crazy, crazy thing. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I'll be running another contest to get some more, fans coming and hopefully some more people in these streams and everything. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out. See y'all later. Bye, y'all. Later, everybody. Can't wait to see y'all at Christmas time. Bye.